a little. Okay.
Well, tell us about your throat.
Throw baby. No.
Time out.
Hey, she
Um,
walked into that one. She walked right into that. I'm sorry.
Okay. Moving right along. So, Nigerian Prince Hakeem. Okay, that's the letter. 5 years ago, I met a wonderful man. He was nice, sweet, and very giving of his time to my children and I. A year later, I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. I knew I wanted to marry him. Yes, he needed a green card, but that wasn't the reason. What? We were in love. When I asked him about his family, he was always very vague and eventually told me that him and his dad were having disagreements because he was dating an American. I encouraged him to go back to Nigeria and mend it with his dad so that we can move forward. He finally agreed. I paid for the ticket and I gave him money to spend while he was there. That was 3 years ago. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh at this. Whoever said I'm so sorry. I haven't seen him since. Whenever he talks to me, he says his dad has placed him in a position in his tribe and that he can't leave. His dad also arranged for him to marry another woman. He says he had no knowledge of this and he doesn't love her. He loves me and our son. He told me to wait for him. And he asked me if I could send him some money to come back to America to be with me and our other child. CBU, I'm so torn. Is he scamming me or is this really true love? Oh my
oh
God.
my God. This is 100% a scam,
Yeah. Yeah.
unfortunately.
Could it be? I mean,
No, it's a scam.
is it
I
a
mean, how often does she see this dude? Is what I want to know. Like, how you figure it's? I don't know.
Y'all
He
seen
says
the new comment?
Ron, you believe this shit?
No, y'all seen the new comment? This sounds like a line off of the new Coming to America. Coming to America 2.
what's that? Yeah.
You remember the whole situation? The man he came to America and found somebody, and then he got sent back home to Africa, and his dad had him marry some other woman.
Yeah.
I think that I can't remember. I haven't seen it. It's been I only seen it once. I couldn't. Now the first one I could watch more than once, but the second one I couldn't watch more than once.
Yeah. I can only watch it once.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what
Maybe
my
that's where
problem
he
is?
got his line from. He got the storyline off of Coming to America.
That's
You know what my problem is?
But they had a baby. What's your problem with it?
That's why I want to know. Like,
yeah. That
was
sounds
he,
like the whole storyline from Coming to
was
America
him
too, because they
awesome?
had a child. He had a child. What? No, that was a king that had the child over there. Okay, never mind. I'm tripping.
My problem is I can't get an American woman to bring me a cup of coffee without hearing a whole bunch of feminist bullshit. You mean to tell me this chick had a fucking kid and then paid for the motherfucker to fly back home? And still standing there at the airport waiting for him to come back 3 years later. Like, what is it? What is it? Do I got to go over and get myself an accent to come back and say, hey,
Oh.
will that work in my favor so I can finally get myself a decent relationship with an American chick? I mean, y'all, this is goofy as shit. Whatever, man.
How do you figure that it's the women that's the problem? Is what I want.
Because it's always women that fall for this
There you
shit.
go.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in your situation.
Ain't nobody
I'm
talking
not
about my
talking about
situation. It ain't my position.
Oh shit! Now hold up! Ding 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 ding. Hold on now. Here we go.
No.
Yeah. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna be a
No,
round two.
just
It's gonna be a round two. It's gonna be a round two. Get into the picture. Move up to the left a little bit. There you go. Get into the picture. There we go. Yeah. Go ahead. Ding 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 ding.
I
Round
said
one.
that because he said he can't get an American woman without hearing some feminist stuff. And I said, how you figure it's the women that's the problem?
I said we can't get an American woman to bring us a cup of coffee without hearing some feminist, we back at slave days bullshit. I said, meanwhile, y'all got these, foreigners and shit that y'all willing to empty your bank accounts out and fly all around the world and send them all sorts of shit. You know what I mean? Like, and my thing is that do I need to develop an accent and say I'm from someplace I'm not in order to get y'all to actually sit down and shut up and be in a decent relationship with a motherfucker or what?
Well, I think that's the problem right there is you want somebody to sit down and shut up.
So that's the problem, not the fact that you emptying out your bank account and flying somebody around the world. See,
I ain't
that's
flying
the
nobody
problem.
around the
90
That's
world.
Day
your
Fiance.
problem right there. Yeah, that's your
I
problem
ain't
right
flying.
there.
First of all, I'm not flying anybody around the world. And
Okay.
second of all, I don't mind making a guy some coffee, dinner, you
Oh,
name it. I'm very domestic.
Mm.
Even though I am a feminist, I am very domesticated.
Are you?
Yeah.
it was like a cricket.
That's like saying a lion in a cage ain't never going to attack you. Get out of here.
I
I
like
don't believe
catering
that.
to my
I don't
man.
believe feminism and domestication do not go together at all. I don't care how many ways you try to explain it,
You
how
can
you try to make it make sense.
you can
It does not
definitely
make sense. That's like if I touch the positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal of the battery, I'm going to have some sparks. Something amazing is going to happen. No,
So
it just does not
just
work.
because you believe in equal rights for women doesn't mean that you don't believe in domestication and catering to
There is a
the
very big
female.
and stark
hold on.
contrast between equal rights for women and feminism. There's a very big difference between the two. Feminism is what keeps single women single today.
What the fuck?
Equal rights for women is universal suffrage, and that was fought for by women, and it's absolutely paramount to having an equal society today. I'm not against that at all in the slightest, but there's a difference when you want to stand up there and talk about women bringing somebody a cup of coffee is wrong. What? Like, make me a
Well, I
sandwich.
don't.
What the hell is that bad? Making
Yeah.
me a sandwich. We talked
As long
about
as
this.
you make us one back, it's all good.
I'm gonna make you more than a sandwich. Let me shut up.
Keep calm.
Anyway,
Hey yo. So I got a question before we move on to our commercial. I got a question for Miko and Crystal. All right, Michael B. Jordan situation.
Good job.
What y'all think? What y'all think about that? Y'all think y'all what y'all think about that? Y'all think the girl? What's her
I
name?
don't.
Laura. What's her
Lori
name?
Lori Harvey.
Y'all think she was
I think
wrong?
good job. No, why was she wrong? Because she made her decision to get out of something she wasn't ready to be committed to completely. She set that man free, and she set herself free.
Yeah, it's better to it's better to let them know ahead of time than
Yeah.
But she was
to just let
fine.
it go
She
on.
was,
Man,
but
get
hold
the
on,
hell
but
out
hold
of
on.
here. Ron, you know they're lying.
Yeah. Because look here. I gotta play. I gotta throw this
I
card
do
out there on
feel
the
like
table. Y'all ever play spades? I gotta throw my ace out there. I gotta throw my joke out there. Because look, here's the thing. A lot of women always talk about they don't never have a guy that's gonna do X, Y, and Z. The stuff that Michael B. Jordan was reportedly doing for her. He was all over Instagram. He was flaunting her around and he was doing these lavish date nights and events and stuff like that and getting her,
Girl was
giving
beautiful, man.
her everything that she deserved and wanted. He was making her feel like a queen, but she wasn't ready. And people are coming to support her and say, well, she's 27 years old or 25 years old. She's too young to get married. Da-da-da-da-da. This and that. Da-da-da. Now, look. How's she too young? How y'all gonna sit here? My thing is this. This is the problem that I have with a lot of people who support her over Michael B. Jordan, because a lot of the same people that support her over Michael B. Jordan, a lot of the people that are still what Kevin Samuels say. Boy, God, oh man, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels said, but it was true. If you're over 30. If you're over 30 and you single,
That's definitely not true. That's
no. Look it up. It's a term that they used in
You said that they're leftover. We're leftover women.
No. He didn't say less of a woman. He said something else. He used the
Leftover
terminology.
women.
Yeah.
He said leftover women.
Leftover women. Yeah. So that is an actual that is terminology that is used in another country. They've been using it for decades.
It's funny as hell that people that hate. It's funny as hell that people that hate Kevin Samuels study his ass and know all his terminology and shit, don't they? Because Chris, you knew that shit, but I didn't.
Preach
Well,
up.
it's on social media.
I knew it because it's all over social media because you have these insecure men that worship his ass. So let's go on that topic right now.
Okay, so hold on, all the men are insecure because they worship him. So I will say this. So when people sit up here and always Beyonce, Queen Bee, or Wendy Williams, or this person, I sit here and I listen to a lot of the stuff that people say, females in general, about these other female celebrities or YouTube sensations. And hold on, and they sit up there and they say, "Oh yeah, well no, I support them." I'm like, wait a minute, this person's telling you how to be single for the rest of your life because they ain't got nobody. Or this person's telling you, hold on. But see, here's the problem with y'all, with some of y'all thinkers out here. Y'all don't realize Kevin Samuels kept it 100 with everybody, both men and women. He ain't hold no cut cards. But everybody want to point out what he said to females, like he was wrong. Kevin Samuels said what a lot of people needed to hear to get that shit together. That's what he did. And people are so sensitive. Remember before we came on the show, we was talking about this society is sensitive, right, Rob? We was talking about that. Everybody's so sensitive now, and everybody get all up in their feelings. Like earlier, if the back and forth that you and I had, Rob, I know a lot of people would have just shut down and said, "Fuck it, I'm out."
What can I make
what I can't gather is why is it that some females sit up here and tout and support all these single celebrities who are telling them exactly how to be single.
Let the church.
But then you got somebody like Laura Harvey, Michael B. Jordan, who's doing everything y'all want, and then y'all sitting there saying, "Well, Laura Harvey, I commend you. I commend you. I commend you.
You don't know.
Hey, that's what y'all do. Both of y'all come on here with one example, like last week.
That's one example.
First of all,
that's one example. And that makes no sense.
Rob, I got him today. Rob, I got him going today, Rob. I got him going today, Rob.
I love it. That
makes no sense. You know why it makes no sense? Because it's one freaking example of a dude that finally stepped up to the plate, okay? Look at all of these other dudes who are having this conversation, who girls probably want to get married, but they've been in a relationship for 6+ years, don't do nearly half of the stuff if they had the money that Michael B. Jordan had for their women. But they're talking that Lori is so bad. Lori did what she's supposed to have done. You know why? Because she knew that's not what she wanted at this time of her life. Ain't nothing wrong with that. She was a woman. She stood by it. She gave him all her shit, removed his pictures from social media, and kept it moving. Go ahead, Lori.
But hold on now. So do you think that she should have been sliding into Jack Harlow's DMs this early? What you mean? What you mean? Come on now.
Okay,
now we got to prove it.
So was that the real reason that she said no? Because she was eyeing somebody else? Come on now.
Who knows why she said no? And who knows, was it even a fact that he proposed? I mean, who knows what the hell went on in their relationship? We don't know. And I don't worship no celebrity. But I damn sure ain't going to worship no damn Kevin Samuels, who's sole purpose is to get on there and disrespect women.
No, it wasn't. Stop. I gotta stop him right now because I can't stand when people sit there and say he disrespected women. He's an aggressive talker. He was direct. He was direct in his communication style.
He was disrespectful
his communication.
To women.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing.
Who feels like they no. Let me talk.
Yeah, go ahead, please, hurry up and get it out.
Any man who sits there and worships somebody who disrespects women just to make themselves feel empowered is damn short insecure. Okay,
Ron, can I respond to this, Ron?
Man, go ahead, please respond to that. Please respond to that.
Thank you, sir. Listen, number one, Kevin Samuels was not in the business of disrespecting anybody. He talked to men and women exactly the same. It's just like when you go to your financial advisor. You think you got more money, but he's going to tell you the truth. Okay, that's the first thing. Kevin Samuels was the truth. All right, you might not agree with what it is that he said, but he ain't going to pull no punches to spare your feelings. You need to hear what he had to say, whether you was a man or a woman. That's the first thing. Second thing, men do not worship or did not worship. Did you see Kevin Samuels in that episode on Atlanta? If you haven't, you need to go watch it. But anyway, Kevin Samuels was in the habit of telling people what they needed to hear. Okay, especially a lot of these women out here that have these, and we just talked about it the last segment when I made mention about a lot of American women having these funky ass attitudes and treating people like shit, like they are better than or you're beneath them. But you don't have a problem sending a foreigner a whole bunch of money and all this other shit. Meanwhile, you got this inflated sense of self-worth. A lot of women walk around here, and for the sake of me sounding like Kevin Samuels, you need to hear what I got to say. A lot of women walk around here. A lot of women walk around here with this inflated sense of self-worth. You got 3 kids by 3 different men. You over 30 years old. You a leftover. Don't nobody want you. Why would I deal with you and your kid? Why would I want you and your kids at 30, 35, 40 years old?
What the hell makes a man
why would I want you at 35, 40
kids?
years old with 2 or 3 kids when I could go and get that 25-year-old with no kids that got a less body count than you got? Why would I want that? That's what y'all need to hear, but you don't hear me though. You don't hear me the same way you didn't hear him, the same way you ain't listening to Ron right now. We ain't doing nothing but trying to tell you the truth to spare you being 60 years old with 3 cats.
That ain't nobody's truth. That ain't nobody's truth. First of all, and you got men who got the same or more body count.
No, you're right.
And ain't doing shit with themselves. But you want us to be worshiping these funky ass men, getting on our hands and knees, scrubbing the floor, making them a fucking sandwich, and we make more money than them too.
Yeah.
Well, then why don't you hire somebody to make me a sandwich and get down on their knees then and go somewhere and shut up. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. Not you, me. I was telling myself to shut up. Not you, Crystal. Not you, Crystal. I was telling myself to shut up. I said I need to shut up.
If a woman came on there and said the same shit that Kevin Samuels said about these funky ass men,
there's been a whole bunch of women have done it. That's the thing. There's been women that Crystal, you better realize that there's been plenty of women in the past who have done it. But there's also been women out there who have said the same exact thing that Kevin Samuels said, and just about every single woman has sat there and said she's wrong. She's wrong because she said this about us women. I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
Y'all.
But then we get labeled like, oh, she's a feminist. Oh, I need to get
she is, because that's exactly. I'm telling you right now. That type of attitude is the type of attitude that's going to keep you at 50 years old with 6 cats. That's the type. You always listen to.
I ain't got no cats.
That's the same. This is the shit that Kevin Samuels was trying to break you out of. He's trying to help you if you listen to him.
I don't need no fucking advice from no raggedy ass Kevin Samuels. I hope he rests in peace. I ain't got nothing against the man, but I don't need to take his raggedy ass advice.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody say you did.
Then I hope you got stock in Energizer batteries because you don't need it.
I damn sure got a whole pack. And trust me, they get me right better than most of these motherfuckers.
Go on, don't forget the rose.
Where the rose at?
It gets me right. Thank you.
You be sitting at that damn Outback Steakhouse bar by yourself. This will be Crystal 20 years from now. I wonder if I want to have myself the red wine or the white wine. Well, I don't know, sweetheart. What kind of wine do you really want to have right now?
I'm perfectly content with that.
Well, then why don't you go ahead and treat yourself?
I'm perfectly content with that. I come home and I live a peaceful fucking life.
You ever notice that it's always the real beautiful women that really have a lot going for them and can have a really nice future, that they're always listening to their broke ass, single ass, fucked up ass girlfriend that's in their ear giving them a bunch of shitty ass advice, and then they go out and do some real stupid shit to fuck their own relationship up, and then sit at home by themselves wondering why they single.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. I want Miko and Crystal, right? I'm gonna bring y'all up.
Love y'all
because I want to see if y'all can acknowledge the fact that Kevin Samuels talked, I ain't gonna say derogatory, but he was pretty honest and open and direct, and somewhat what some people may claim disrespectful to both men and women. Do y'all agree?
He was just a disrespectful person all around. You don't have
okay,
to
so you agree?
Yeah, he was disrespectful.
Okay,
all around.
so to both men and women, right?
Mostly to women. And
no. You can't say mostly to women. Like I said, to women and men, right? Because because I got a caveat to that. Because you said most of the women. Most of the women called this show and tried to get on the show. So, I mean, the statistics going to sway in one favor.
They trauma bonded. They're only used to like men talking to them that way.
So like I said, statistics going to sway one way or the other based off what you said, because more women called into the show or tried to get on the show. Correct?
I didn't watch
because a lot of his topics were about women.
Because women would get on his show. They wanted to be on the show. You do realize that Kevin Samuels, he centered his topics based off of who tried to get on his show or tried to call in.
Well, I don't know what the premise of his
show. So if y'all don't know the premise of what he did and everything like that, I will tell you. I will tell you all. I will tell a lot of you all to, like, I even had biases against Kevin Samuels. I came on the show one time bashing him. And then I went back and I listened to what he actually said.
This is my leader.
No, I didn't say that. See, this is where we go back into this topic.
Fuck these women.
Oh, hell, Kevin Samuel.
Right. All right, yo, man, we'll be right back after commercial break. Miko's got a, oh boy, we're going to tear Miko up. Anyway.